Things are still going very well indeed, and in the transfer window, although it wasn't very busy, we did make one signing. Let's go and find out what's been happening. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the London Stadium, West Ham. If you're a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And it has been a very, very good season, and as we move into the second half of the season, things are hotting up very much indeed, and we are still in contention in most of the competitions. But first, let's have a look at what's happened on the pitch in the Premier League. And so what that means in terms of the schedule is when you were last with us, you saw us beating Aston Villa by 1-0. We then won away at Brighton by 1-0, and we beat Leeds by 5-1, an absolute thumping. And then against Bournemouth, we won by 2-0, and then had a narrow 1-0 victory against Everton. And so all that has left us sitting very nicely in the Premier League. We are in third. We've played 22. We have 49 points, and we are just 5 points behind Liverpool, who are top of the league on 54 points. And things are looking very, very good in the Premier League. And the rest of the month was taken up by a lot of cup games. And in the FA Cup third round, we had a comfortable 4-2 home victory against Queen's Park Rangers. And we followed that by a Carabao Cup quarter-final in which we drew with Manchester United, but we won on penalties, a result I was not expecting. And in the semi-final of that competition, we drew in the first leg against Newcastle 1-1 before finally thumping them by 3-0 in the second leg to book an EFL Cup final against Everton at the end of February. And in between those two games, we had an astounding 2-1 victory in the FA Cup fourth round against Manchester United. And so we are still in all competitions at the moment. We are third in the Premier League, as we said. We have won our Europa Conference League group in style. We are still in the Emirates FA Cup, and we will have a tie against Blackburn away, a tie we should win to set up a quarter-final. And then in the Carabao Cup, we are still in that competition and will play in the final against Everton at the end of this month. In the transfer window, it was very, very quiet. Despite expecting a lot of activity with a lot of players being wanted, nothing really happened. And the only player who went out was Connor Coventry. And we sold him for 73,000. He was a young kid. He was never going to make it at this level. So we sold him to Watford, and they can see what they can do with him. We did manage to bring one player in. We brought in Mukhtar Diakby from Valencia for £6.5 million. He is a ball-playing central defender. He looks very, very good. He's got extremely good attributes. He can also play as a DM, and he also has very, very good attributes and probably will do a good job at DM. So I think he is a very, very fine signing that we've made this January. And so we have to play home to Wolves. Wolves, who made a very, very good start to the season, but they have fallen off a little bit lately and are currently in 8th. This is a game I would expect to win. So I think it is time to go and play Wolves. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is Areola in goal with Kufal, Diakby and Zuma at central defender with Cresswell at left back. Souček and Rice will make up a very experienced midfield with Bowen, Paqueta, Benrahma and Scamacca playing in the forward roles. And this is a game I hope we can win. Manchester United are currently ahead in their game, and we need to win that in order to keep putting pressure on them. And the media have given us a lot of credit at the moment. I'm going to tell them I have faith in you. Get out and make a difference, and make sure that we tell Wolves that the credit is not for no reason, and that we are a very, very good team, and we would expect to win this game. And at the moment we are having the better of the proceedings. We have had most of the possession, we've had all the shots, but unfortunately only one on target so far. And Wolves are looking to play it out the back. Now they have a highlight, and they are passing it around quite nicely, which is unusual for Wolves. I'm more used to in FM23 them being a very direct, very fast, moving forward quickly sort of side. But they are passing the ball around quite nicely. And we are trying to win it back from them, and we have. And here is Souček coming forward, looking for support from Bowen. Bowen looking to drive down the right. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. And there is Scamacca. Scamacca's form just keeps going and going and going. But was he offside? They are checking it. He might have been a tad offside. Let's wait for the decision. Is it a goal? The goal is awarded. It is West Ham 1, Wolves 0. Scamacca has scored his 29th goal of the season, and it is absolutely amazing what he is doing this season. It's West Ham 1, Wolves 0. And he was quite onside by some way there. And so we have made the most perfect start. And I do apologise for my throat. I have a little bit of a cold, I think. And we have moved up to second place at the moment, as Manchester City are probably not playing today, and neither are Liverpool. So going up to second is actually quite nice for us. But it's only a temporary thing, I think. As Wolves are trying to break down the left, but Kufal, he manages to take the ball off them. And we have had a lot of players with yellow cards. So I'm going to say stay on your feet, because we don't want to have somebody sent off, which would not be very good, as Wolves are trying to play it out, cannot, forced into a long clearance. And here come, and he must be offside that time. Scamacca must be offside. I cannot believe that goal will count. He looked to me like he was 2 yards offside. And this is taking a while, but we know he was way offside there, and the goal has been disallowed. And I don't need to see the replay of that. He was a mile offside as Bowen headed it on. You can see he's a mile offside. And so it remains West Ham 1, Wolves 0. We are still dominating the proceedings, and that's how we want it. Although Wolves have come back into the game, they have taken a little bit of the possession off us that we were having. But at half-time, we are ahead. It is 1-0. We're the better of the two teams. I don't want to say I'm delighted. I'm going to say things are going well, and you are capable of doing even better. And keep going. You have the ability to make a difference. Go out and prove it. And bring home the 3 points. Because at the end of the day, that is what this game is about. Doesn't matter how we get them, we just want to get them. And there is a long ball towards Benrahma, but it doesn't find its tactic. And Wolves have got themselves into trouble here. Scamacca's looking for Benrahma. Benrahma's through. Benrahma scored. What an error by the Wolverhampton defence. It is now West Ham 2, Wolves 0. I cannot believe that error. There was no pressure. He just gave it away to Scamacca. Scamacca found Benrahma, and his little chip over the goalkeeper. It's now 2-0, and we are pretty comfortable as we are watching this at the moment. And time is moving on. We're coming up to the 60-minute mark. Maybe time to think about making some substitutions here. Wolves are just mixing things up a little bit, dropping 1 or 2 players deep, and I'm going to make some substitutions now. And so we have brought 1 or 2 players on. We have brought on Lanzini, Antonio and Dominguez, and so hopefully some fresh legs will be able to help us out here as we go into the final 12 minutes. But we are dominating the game. We have won the game fairly easily as Kufal looks to bring the ball down the right. And can he get a cross in? He's checked back. He looks for Souček to Kufal. Kufal, there's a chance here. Must be a goal. It is 3-0. It is Benrahma's second. What lovely football. Passing it around in the penalty area, and Wolves look totally perplexed. And we can see Liverpool have gone 3-0 up against Brighton. We have gone 3-0 up against Wolves. Delightful football. Quick, short passing, created the space. Benrahma put it away. It is now West Ham 3, Wolves 0. I would say we are fairly comfortable now. But Wolves have made some substitutions, and I'm guessing they're going to come forward a little bit more. And there's a drive, and it's over the bar. And yeah, I'm guessing Wolves are going to come forward a bit more. I'm going to go into a more balanced style. It might be time to make a couple more substitutions. Let's take Cresswell off, and we'll bring on Cornet for Cresswell, and Kufal, the other fullback, will bring on Emerson, and that will be our final substitutions, as Wolves are looking to bring the ball forward a little bit more now, trying to get a consolation. I think what we might do is drop back a little bit just to stop them coming at us, but we are pressing them well, and we should hopefully win the ball here, and we have. And here is Scamacca. Scamacca looks for Benrahma, and that highlight comes to a close. We've dominated the match. We do have a free kick. Scamacca is over the free kick. He's lofted it into the penalty area. There's a header, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. We're into the last 7 minutes. West Ham lead Wolves by 3-0. And once again, I do apologise for my voice. I do have a cold at the moment, and also the in this hotel room the acoustics are not the best either, as West Ham play the ball around. Cornet tries to get in a cross and clips off the top of the crossbar. Scamacca has had another outstanding game. We have had 20 shots, only 8 on target, but 3 of them have counted. As we go into time added on, it looks to me like this could be game over. And it is. We have beaten Wolves at home by 3-0, and that was an outstanding performance. Couldn't have asked for more. This is a very, very good team, and hopefully we can continue this as we go into the second half of the season. And we can see that we have gone above Manchester City, who have 2 games in hand over us though, but it's always nice to be in the position above the opposition. So let's have a look what that means. We do have a busy schedule, but I also am aware that the full version will be coming out very, very shortly. So I think we're going to just bomb it through until about April, where we'll come back for Crystal Palace or Chelsea, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this season of beta before the full game comes out. And that's it for this video. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help us to grow, help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling above. But for now, from an extremely happy London Stadium here in West Ham, where results just keep coming, we will say, we will bid you all farewell, and we will see you in the next episode.